Hello, Megan.
Hello, Tammy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good today.
I apologize. I've got a horse and or a frog in my throat, however you want to say it,
That's
but it'll
fine.
be okay.
Yes, that's fine.
And I see it's very cool because it's Fat Tuesday. Let's chat. Southern Soul Tarot is live. So
I
that is
know.
very cool. It looks like it's going to work.
Yes, it does. Yes, it did go on both. I did see that. So,
Okay, good. Good.
hello,
Hi, Miss
Eve.
Eve. How are you?
How are you?
How are you, Miss
And thank you
Eve?
for coming. I think I'm going to open my blinds back up because I'm feeling pretty dark over
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't have the lighting.
Hello, Wolfie.
Hello, Wolfie. How are you?
Oh, Miss
So nice to
Eve.
see everyone. Thank you for joining Tammy and I.
Yes, we're trying something new today.
Yes,
So we want, um,
we double streamed our live somehow.
we did, we did. So we're going to see. So it
How that
means
works.
that Megan is live and I am live at the same time, and we're sharing my StreamYard.
Oh, yeah. So I guess
So
that means I can.
it seems to be working pretty good.
Yes.
And that means she gets views and I get views. So we're trying. We didn't know we could. We did know we could do this, but we didn't know we could do this.
Yeah. That's,
It's been an option, but we just didn't do it. I don't
yeah.
know.
Thought there was more maybe to it than there was.
Yeah, how can it be that simple, right? Everything
Right.
else is not. So we're just going to give it a try. And today we're going to talk about a few things. I am a horse. I'm sorry. I got a frog, horse, something. But I've been like this a week, and I said, forget it. I'm still going to go live. So
It's okay.
yeah,
Nobody
Yep.
minds.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's got a cold.
No, I think a lot of people have been sick right now,
Yeah,
especially with like chest colds or head colds. At least in where I'm at in Texas, but I'd imagine a lot of the places, warmer
yeah.
states and things like that.
And we just got that like 8 inches literally of ice.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were for a week. We had, um, I can probably safely say our whole parish was out of electricity.
Oh no. And then you had the fire, so
Yeah,
it's like a double, like the two back to back, the kinds you don't want.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
So
yeah.
it was crazy. They are just now getting. I mean, there's still places where debris and stuff's just piled up because people lost trees, buildings collapsed because
Right.
8 inches of ice is not something we're prepared for
No.
down here. So it was not good, but and
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
surprised to hear that early for some. I mean, I didn't expect that much.
no, it was history. We made history for sure.
Yeah, because we didn't really get anything much here, and we usually get it kind of when you do. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised I
that's
didn't hear about it.
I'm surprised you didn't get any
Yeah.
kind of
No,
bad
we didn't
weather.
really get nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need a hot toddy, get
Yeah.
some lemons and dice them up into pinky nail size.
Yeah.
Ultra, yep.
Chris
Or
used to do those a lot.
or get the cowboy syrup, and
Yeah.
you know that's got some whiskey in it.
They
My
definitely help.
my father-in-law used to make a hot toddy.
Yeah.
Listen, he would tell you, get in bed, and I will make you this hot toddy because you ain't gonna be able to get up and walk
Yeah.
after you drink it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the kind you want. Chris
yeah,
was like a bartender too for a while, so whenever I don't really feel good because I get chest colds and stuff a lot, like he'll make me those. So I
yeah,
like them.
yeah.
But
And they taste good.
yeah,
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah. Had honey and whiskey. Yes, ma'am. I like his treatment, she said.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it's very nice. He does very nice things for me. I have to say
Yeah.
that for him. He's very
Yeah.
sweet.
Yep. Chris is good. He's good.
Mm,
He's a keeper.
yeah,
He's a
I'll keep him
keeper.
for a bit.
Oh,
Oh,
look.
there he is. I don't know if I said that. I didn't say that. I said the hot toddy tasted good.
the hot toddy, Chief. The hot
Yeah.
toddy.
I think the microphone makes it perfect when you whisper to Chief like that.
You what?
When you do that.
When I whisper to Chief like that. Chief, are you being behaved today?
You're going to put him right to bed like a baby.
Right? Me and Chief have this kind of relationship. Megan knows she's like these two here.
Yeah.
It's been like that for a long time, but we're good.
Yeah. It's needed.
Yeah.
It's a healthy dynamic.
I haven't had any spiritual whispers in a while.
Yeah, I was just
I
thinking
don't
about that. When's the last time you got a nice jar of spiritual whispers?
yeah, I don't it's been a while, I think.
Yeah, released right into your atmosphere.
Right. You know,
That's
I've
why you don't feel good.
that's it. He's lacking on those. He's
Yeah.
lacking on them.
He'll get working on those right away.
Right. Right.
Well, we're talking about traveling anyways. He might be able to bring them to you and make them
Uh,
home
That's yeah.
make them home baked.
I love your
Oh,
countertops
thank
and
you.
kitchen cabinets. Oh,
Thank you. This is my grandmother and grandfather's house actually. So I grew up here too. So probably since the 70s or something like that now, maybe made in the 60s.
mhm.
So whenever they had the storm, they wanted to keep it exactly the same. So they liked the little bar behind. So like with the kids, they really like it because when their food's ready, like I'll be like, order up.
Yes,
They love
yeah,
it because they feel like it's a little
yeah,
kitchen.
yeah.
And then we have like right here too, like because they love like Italy and I don't know if I'm able to show you. See the
Oh
restaurant.
yeah, those are always cool. Yeah,
Hmm. So
yeah,
it's like also, and then we have like a dinner bell that rings. So they were all
yeah.
about like Italian and feeding your family and all that stuff. And thank you. I really appreciate that.
They're like we're Italian,
Yes. Yeah,
just
she'd
for
always say stuff like Italian, but it wasn't like really how you pronounced it, so it would be funny.
right. Yeah, the people will be like,
Hmm. Like
be
the
kind of like Bad Bunny not understanding a dang word he said.
yeah, I do wish that some of the songs would have been like a balance if you're going to do that. You know, it is disappointing in the sense like I think people didn't understand it wasn't so much that it was Spanish, it was more or less that a majority of this is like American football, that's all.
Right.
You know, and so they're just expecting to be able
Hmm.
to sing along and enjoy it. So I don't
Yeah.
think it was that they disliked the music, they just wished it was something they could sing along to. And I think people didn't understand that's what some people were trying to
Yeah.
say is all. You know, they
Yeah.
took it of course as you're being racist or something,
Yeah.
but
Because, well, they do, that is our language here.
yeah,
So for
but
us to not,
you wait all year. I'm
yeah,
sure. I mean, I'm not into the football like
yeah,
thing very much, but if you watch it, I'm sure you wait all year and you get ready for the halftime shows and you want to sing along and you want to get excited. I'm sure
yeah,
and I think that would be the disappointment.
yeah,
So
it is because especially if you paid all that money to go there
yeah,
and that was your halftime, and you're like, now if you paid all that money and Michael Jackson was your halftime, oh
yeah, that would I know. I've been
yeah,
listening to some of the older music lately, and it's so
yeah,
nice to see the performances and the actual singing and the taking the time and watching them like
yeah,
behind this like scenes,
yeah,
and telling how they want things choreographed, and they're doing it, they're teaching it, they're doing the lighting, they're doing the sound, they're doing all
yeah,
that, and so it's nice to see like when that was done, and I guess that's
yeah,
what I was telling you. I'm very in a nostalgic point, I guess, of my age. Like I'm
yeah,
getting to a point where I feel like I'm in a crisis. I'm like, I need stuff from like the late 80s, early 90s make me feel good.
yeah. I know that was the good because that music is never going to go away. It's just classic.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah. And it was good music. Good music.
yeah,
I feel like we don't
Chief,
get that as much anymore.
right. I'm harnessing the power for one sensually epic
Well, it's
whisper secret
not,
stirs overflow emotions.
yeah. It's not that I don't like, because she's like, you don't like football. I don't like sports that much. Yes, that's true. But like if I
Right.
go to live games, like something like that, I
Well,
can get into it.
Yeah,
But at
because it's
home,
different. Yeah.
yeah, at home, like I mean, it's if they're watching it in the background and everybody's getting excited, I'll be like, woo! Like I don't know what they're
Yeah.
excited about. So I'm not like a Debbie Downer about it or nothing. Like I will get
You're like,
excited with
yay.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, like I will get excited with both parties. I have no clue what's going on. If y'all are happy, I'm happy.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm
Hey.
more of like a live game person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are more fun. Live games are more fun.
They
Yeah.
are more fun. I enjoy live games. I can
Yeah.
get into those real easy.
Yeah.
It's just harder for me too on TV.
That's why I love going to the Superdome to watch the Saints because there's just nothing like it.
Yeah.
There's just really nothing like it. I'm doing my living room and pink and white. It's looking good. Very good.
Oh, nice. I know we need to paint too. It's like it's time to start cleaning things out and painting. We have like a sea blue because we were gonna kind of rent this place out for the family, being that we're trying to get back to our house. But like I don't really know what we're gonna do still. But we're getting to a point where I think we're just gonna paint it tan. Because I don't know. I'm just not loving the blue. We didn't get to finish, so I think I'm gonna change it.
I really love your mirrors. I know, aren't they cool?
Yeah, it's super pretty.
It's just generated by StreamYard. I just put in mirrors and it gave me like a couple of choices and I'm like, well, I really like this one because they look old.
Yeah.
Love
they look mysterious and classic.
They do.
And antique.
Yeah. They look like something you'd see.
It's like the earth signs, and if we were dressed up, like
the
women, that's what we'd look like. Those fancy ass mirrors.
Yes, that's right. Hello, Ronnie. Help everyone. Ronnie. What we need to help you with? Are you trying to say, hey, everyone? And we were talking about how our phones change what we have to say. Oh. Girl, you're from Texas. You don't like football?
Yeah, no, not too much. Yeah. Like I'd love to pretend that I do, but I don't even have I don't even have the words in my head to pull out that.
Nostalgia hits so hard, says Connor.
He does. He's always getting stuff, and he'll be like, "Oh, nostalgia hits so hard." He's like, I just want to be nostalgic, and I'm like, "Dude, you're 8. You weren't even alive when that happened." But
Are you calling on the 6 of Cups? Is that what's going on here?
He is the 6 of Cups, and he's a water sign.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That water side's getting him. He can't help it. The Scorpio's all nostalgic.
Yep. Ronnie Gray Wolf says, do you have Native American blood, Chief? She does. She's Native American, Ronnie Gray Wolf is. Miss Ronnie.
Good I don't think he does, but I do. I'm just going to throw that in there.
So you can tell her that, Megan. Go ahead.
Actually, I don't know. He's got a lot of things dispersed through his chart there.
Yeah.
His not chart, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, his tree.
Yeah, there you go.
His DNA.
Oh yeah, so Cherokee, excuse me.
I hadn't got there before I'm going.
I think mobility scooter now.
Your phones, they do have a mind of their own. Oh my gosh. If I don't pay attention to something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. If I was to send that to that person, they would be like, what?
Yeah, I even accidentally uploaded something one day almost, just like a random video. Like it wouldn't have been a problem, but it was still like, the hell, like how did that get into the, because I always joke about that. Like when something happens, I'm like, okay, yeah, you accidentally uploaded that. Like how? Yeah, that one did, and I was like, oh my gosh, it can't happen.
Then you're like, oh, it did happen.
Yeah, I put my foot in my mouth. Okay.
Oh, a pink mobility scooter. Oh, you can get them in colors. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, at least enjoy the view of their tight ends. Running Gray Wolf said of the football players.
Yeah, well, that for sure.
I'm the 8 of Wands coming in. Oh, coming in hot.
I like it in person then, because you can see better.
Yes. You do have high cheekbones, Megan.
Yeah, I thought he said that. Who said that, Chief?
Yeah, Cherokee Nation. Yep.
My phone is possessed.
I know it is. Yeah. Are you? Yes.
Yeah.
I am
exactly the last one. That's exactly what happened. Nailed it on the head.
Yes. I wasn't rescuing, but I was. Well, here rural, the farmers February starts planting season, but the farmers think. I won't say what they think. But anyway, we had a farmer that started about 12 plus hay bales on fire and he left them.
Yeah, Chris says that he can't see anybody's comments from his side of the chat. He's only seeing his
Oh,
own. I don't know how you'd fix that though.
yeah, I don't know how you'd see that either. So I did get sick and then I was getting better. That's why I haven't done any videos. And then we had that fire and now I got worse. So I said, forget it. I'm still going to do the live because
Yeah.
it'll come back eventually. Yeah. You're not seeing anybody else.
I see like a little link thing next to his name, but I don't know what that means. The only thing I can think of, it shows like a moderator, but I don't know if it's like linking it from my page because it's from my side at the top. It shows he's linked.
So
But
we're both live, but we can't see
Right.
each other's. He can't see.
he can't see like your chat's messages, but he can see mine, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really sure how you would undo that.
Running Gray Wolf is Choctaw and Apache because we have a lot of Choctaw
What was
here.
mine? Was it Apache or it was Apache? Yeah, mine was Apache too when I looked it up. I was 23andMe, and now I'm like, oh crap, they have my DNA. I'm like, I'm screwed. There's probably like 10 of me roaming around somewhere. So if anything, I'm just gonna say it here. If anything ever happens, there's 10 of me probably roaming around because they have my DNA.
10 of me roaming around.
Like, geez, like I can't believe that. And then I keep trying to get it back, and they won't give it to me. So like, I like finally had to pull like the Texas law thing on him. So I'm giving them my ID and stuff again to try to get it back.
Ah.
So that's really annoying.
Yeah.
If I go to click on hers, then I can see everybody else.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can see it from your side.
My thing is about that is if you have so much hay that you've got to burn it because for the next year because it's a year, your hay is a year old, then give it to people who have animals that can use it. I mean, why?
Your mic detached. Can you hear me?
Here, Connor.
I can't hear. I don't know. Can everybody else hear? Did mine disconnect?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I was like, was it mine or was it hers? I don't know.
There is a button right here. And if you just run your finger over the top of it, I mean, it can be air and it mutes it.
Yeah, that sucks. Get used to it.
So you got to be, I must have touched it.
Now.
Okay, now you can hear me. Okay, yeah, I hit the mute button. Jeez. So we had a couple of things we were going to discuss.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the Nancy Guthrie case. I just know that she's been missing for almost 3 weeks now, going on 3 weeks.
I think it was like February 4th or something, or like 2nd. It's been a while though. Let me see.
Yeah.
I might be able to see like a roundabout date. Been a while. So interesting about it. Lots of interest, like random, different kind of information coming out. It seems like maybe the sheriffs kind of didn't really know what was going on in the case in the sense of like what they were doing. It sounded like very like February 5th. So I'm guessing like 2nd to 4th is when she went missing because it was like 2 days for me to get to the reading.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I don't know so much about it either, other than she was supposed to show up for, I believe it was like an online church session or something from a friend's house.
It was online. Okay, I didn't know.
I heard it was in person, and then I heard later they went back and said it was online. Like she was supposed to be showing up to a friend's house, and it was a Zoom.
Oh.
So I'm not sure which one it ended up being, but it was one of those two things, which kind of seems like it's a lot of in this case, right? It's this or that. It's not
Misdirection. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so,
Yeah.
and then they said that they saw blood splatters. And then I thought like everybody knew about the blood splatters. But then a couple days later, they said the police saw that they had just, or had said that they had just saw the blood splatters. But reporters had said days before that they were there.
Yeah.
They detained a driver, a DoorDash driver or some type of food driver. It wasn't, they supposedly let him go. And then I think that they said they detained more people like Saturday or something like that. Again, I'm not too sure about that though. I'd have to look into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's just really confusing. Now they found a glove.
Yeah. With male
They were in
DNA.
the house before, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, we know it's male DNA. And I'm like,
yeah.
But for me, the sheriff was kind of like boggled from. I'm not saying anything bad about him. It's just I just kind of feel like he was rattled from the beginning because he kind of like probably this isn't something he's used to.
Yeah.
And
They handled it wrong, you think?
Well, and then you throw a high profile case out there like that, because she's not famous, but
Her daughter kind of is, I guess.
Sort of, she's a talk show host or whatever you want to, of the Today Show.
Depends what you want to call famous.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't watch the Today Show, so I mean, but you throw that high profile in there with him, and then he hasn't done it probably too many times, and it's like, because like I did see one of a YouTuber was talking about how he said a lot his first interview, like more than he should have said.
Mm-hmm.
And then he come back in his next interview and walked some stuff back.
Yeah.
So that tells you, he's not used to having somebody missing and not used to talking to the press, and he's not used to answering questions and stuff. And then the interview I watched with him, he got upset. He got he got testy pretty quick, and I'm like, he's getting rattled,
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it definitely doesn't seem like it's something he's used to.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, again, if someone's in that position, should they not be? So, I mean, maybe they should have stopped having him speak about things that are happening. I don't know. I don't really know what you could do at this point. It just seems like a very confusing case. So you really can't do much until you find out what's going on.
Well, I mean, she watched church online since COVID. Okay. And I don't think she physically got around well.
No.
And watching it online probably made sense for her.
Yeah.
She didn't have to get out. Nobody had to come pick her up. So that probably made sense for her.
Yeah. It would be easiest because, I think they said she couldn't get very far, like, on her own.
Yeah.
And that's why they think that somebody had basically taken her out of the house and put her in the car or something like that, because she would have been able to get far on her own anyways. Right.
Okay, Running Gray Wolf, we'll be here. Yeah, and I there's so many the Sebastian Rogers case was like a roadmap of misdirection.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to do misdirection here, but it's not as together. I just feel like this whole thing was. Do you feel like it was orchestrated to get together, or do you think this wasn't thought? I don't think it was thought out very well. What do you think?
No, I don't think it was thought out very well. I think that like somebody thought it would be a good idea to do something, and they kind of were like, "Oh, this is what we'll do. It'll be easy." And for whatever reason, it just didn't play out that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the release of the files had anything to do with, if they figured people will be looking at that and not this, so we don't have to focus too much on that, or they'll blame it on something else. I'm not really sure. It's odd timing is the thing, and especially how much it blew up too. So, because you look it up and it's literally like 50-50. It's Epstein files and Nancy. Like it's so it's really confusing when you see it that way. If you really just want to look at it for that and like what it is and how much attention it's getting, because like I said, you didn't see that much attention for Sebastian. You didn't see that much attention for Summer. And not to say that Nancy's not important. It's just
right. Yeah.
I guess it's because it's Savannah's mother
Yep.
is what makes it important. But then you look at some of Savannah's behavior, and it makes that's questionable to me too. So
Yeah.
I don't really know, other than like again, you just hope that Nancy's found safe. At this point, a lot of time's gone on, so and it does just feel very like smoke and mirrors, like it's a purposeful distraction at the
Right.
end. Maybe it wasn't in the beginning, but the more that's going on, it's like more people are watching. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know how to hide it, so let's throw it anything at the wall, see what sticks.
Right.
That's kind of what it's feeling like. But
Yeah. And
but it's
she's been
connected.
missing a while without her medicine. And I have a thing about when I first um heard that, I kind of felt like maybe they had some medicine for her, and I don't know why I felt that. Kind of like they were prepared to have medicine for her because I don't think they thought they would be this far into it this long.
But wouldn't that like scream more professional then? Like I don't know. I feel like there's something about that just seems so like it's supposed to come off professional, but it seems so amateur.
Yeah.
And that's what's confusing. And then they
Yeah.
keep like pulling all these people who are supposed to be suspects, but you look at it and it's like I understand where like this person was wearing a mask, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
no, like I don't think that's them.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like I'm not trying to like
No. Yeah.
belittle anybody's work here or anything, but it's
No.
like I don't know. I just don't like when I feel like my leg is being pulled, and it's just I feel like my leg's being pulled.
Yeah. Like they know what, and I get it.
Like they know
Along.
where she is, almost. Like that's what it feels like they
Yeah.
know where she is, and they know how. Like, and again, I don't want to be like some conspiracy theory, but I don't know. Conspiracy theorists seem to be winning this week, so
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. But it seems like they. I almost felt like because, like you said, it's gone in so many different directions. But I almost felt like they knew who it was because of what
Yeah.
President Trump said. We're trying to get trying to come to a resolution. Okay, well, a resolution is kind of like you're working with somebody that you know.
Mhm.
So if you know who they are and you're working with a resolution, are you trying to make it work for both sides so that the people that done this,
Like soften the blow for somebody. You're softening the blow for somebody because it doesn't look good. But you can't keep pulling in all these random people who is like that doesn't make sense, and now everybody's bullshit radar is like going off, and they're like, and again, like I'm with Eve, like I really want her to be found, of course, but like
right?
you're making people lose interest because it doesn't make sense. And then there's people out there who are really seriously missing, like children missing, and what the hell? And like,
Yeah,
what are we doing? What are we talking about? I
yeah,
don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
again, it's like when you get into a conversation and like you get so far into it and you don't even realize what's being said, and like you're kind of spaced out and you're like, what did they say? Like what am I? Then you're like, okay, this is a bunch of crap. And that's what I feel like with this. That's what I'm saying. I don't mean to sound like rude to Nancy. It's
right,
not about Nancy at all. It's about the way they're presenting the case and what they're telling us. It's like they're trying to pull our leg and make us lose interest or something. Like I don't know.
right. Yeah. I was trying to fix my thing.
Yeah.
That looked weird. Yeah. So I was like, well, why would you? Why would you care? That's what a resolution means for me. It means you're trying to work with somebody that, like, somebody that you know has done this, and you just all you want is for her to come back home, and you work out why the reason it is that they took her.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could be reading that all wrong, but I don't see how it could be a
I
stranger.
took that when he said that the death penalty would be given, because he got into it with her during this interview, which again, I mean, that was business or politics, whatever you want to look at it as.
Yeah.
But the thing is like for him to go from that to like, well, the death penalty could be given out to whoever did it. That's a threat to me, like in the sense of like, I know who you are, and just so you know, like,
Who
you know what
did?
I mean?
Who
Like,
said that?
I heard Trump said it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, but I mean, he could
It
have.
was
I didn't.
yeah, it was a couple of things I saw where Trump supposedly said that like a message to whoever took Nancy Guthrie that they would get the death penalty if they found it. they. So to me,
Oh,
that gave me the impression that he knows who it is, and I'm going to give you the death penalty if you don't quit fucking around.
okay.
So that's just how I
Mhm.
took it. Again, but I mean,
Yeah,
I could be reading too far in between lines, but I just don't. It kind of reminded me of like certain things with other cases that come out, and you're like, why did they come out of nowhere and say that when they didn't really need to?
right.
But
Yeah,
there was a reason for that to be said, I felt like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it, like you said, it's taken so many different roads that, I mean, they went to that one guy's house and tore his door off, and he was
The
a
driver.
delivery guy. Yeah, he was like a delivery guy, but
Yeah.
he did not, for me, he did not look like the guy that they got on camera.
No, not at all. Like not at all. Like in the
Mm-mm,
least. That's why when he said, he's
mm-mm.
like, I don't know. They said that. He's like they said my mouth or my eyes, and it's like those were the least thing. I was gonna say the mouth if I had to pick one thing. That was like, well, maybe like the mouth because the lips were kind of full on the bottom, but like it
Yeah,
wasn't even the shape of the full
no, because he had that point in his top lip, and that
like
other
Cupid's bow.
person is kind of flat.
Yeah, like he has a Cupid's bow.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that's not him. I
Yeah.
mean, you can beat his door down. I hope you're going to give him a new one, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think that's him. But yeah, it's kind of it's so muddled and so mixed up. I would, if I was them. What direction do they even go now?
Yeah, I don't know. And that's what I'm saying. How many more directions can we go before
Yeah,
it's like, all right, well, y'all good luck. Y'all figure it out. Because
yeah,
again, like
yeah,
Don's kind of saying, my question is why is Trump weighing in on this? But we got kids that have been missing, like Sebastian, this 26th of February for 2 years, when his mother and stepfather haven't actually been cleared yet. They tell you
yeah,
they have, but they haven't. And
yeah.
neither has his family, and neither have their locations.
Mm-mm.
And I just think it's complete joke that like I don't know. I think it's a joke. I want to hear more about Sebastian. I want to hear more about Summer. I want to
Yeah,
hear more about these other children who have been missing for way too long. That's what I want to hear about.
and I kind of feel like they contacted Trump,
Who did?
the Guthries.
Oh, sure they did. Sure they did.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like you know
because they
what?
could, because they could.
Yeah,
Not
because
not.
they could.
Yeah,
And it's a time
yeah,
to kumbaya on fucking camera. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. Like now we're gonna act like we like each other because we got into an argument and that saves both face for us. Like I think I'm tired of the saving face. I don't care. Save
yeah,
face for Sebastian. Like let's go ahead and find out where Sebastian is. Let's get
yeah.
that done because I guarantee you that's all Masonic connections and lodge connected. There's a lodge 10 minutes away from where he went missing in a small ass good old boy town where Craddock or whatever his name is. What is he like younger than us? But he runs the whole department.
He is. Yeah.
How
I,
can
I,
somebody who's the youngest sheriff probably in town run the whole department almost?
there's a lot I could say about him,
And he
but
talks about snuggle
yeah,
struggles, and that's not even what it's called. So again, you're not downplaying what that actual event is called.
yeah,
So that's not a problem for the people in that town. That's
yeah,
who's representing your town.
yeah. That's a big
So I
problem.
think it's
Yeah,
time for that whole lodge and Masonic and seal to be broken over in Tennessee too, because this is why the kids are going missing in Tennessee. It's like a good known fact that they traffic the kids through Tennessee. It's
oh
a
yeah,
fact. It's known. It's one of the
'cause
biggest places to do it.
especially right there where Summer's at, because it's like a four corner kind of thing. It's like Virginia, North Carolina. It's all like right there. It's easy state lines going across. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that the people that they have on there have any business being on his
No,
case.
I
They
don't
don't know
either.
what they're doing. I don't see any background on it. They don't seem to comment on it. He tells you stuff where he just expects you to just accept it and that's it.
Yeah,
And they're unacceptable answers
yeah.
to me. To me.
Well, I mean, Adventures. Hello, thank you for coming in. Yeah, I don't. I think all of Tennessee from where Sebastian, because Sebastian's only his hometown is only like 50 miles from Summer. They're only like 50 something miles apart.
Yeah.
They're towns or cities or whatever you want to
Here's
call
Sebastian's family should not feel safe in Alaska. Who's in Alaska? I don't know anything. Do you know it?
The only people I knew in Alaska were the Stinky Feets. The Sock Feets went to
Is that why they had made the comment about them going on that trip to Alaska right after?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I was wondering how that tied to that a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like all this stuff, like, and you think about it, what were the pictures about at Roadhouse? What were the pictures about the day before that Katie was taken? Where
She
did
said
those
that
pictures go?
the picture was supposed to be to show CP that he was eating dressing on his salad.
If what was on his salad?
He was putting dressing on his
For
salad
what? Why does CP
instead
need to
of,
know that?
I guess, because he normally ate it without.
Oh,
I was like,
wow. I was gonna say, was he counting his calories too? And he wasn't letting him have them. You know, that's what I'm saying. Anything that CP does was just micromanaging. That's all this dude
yeah,
does.
I don't, yeah. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hello, Chris. How are you? And welcome everyone as y'all come in.
Yes, welcome.
Nice to see everybody.
Yeah, I knew they were back in Tennessee, but I didn't know.
I was going to ask that. Someone had made a comment recently. Remember when, as soon as Sebastian, well, I don't think it was as soon as Sebastian went missing, but they took off into the RV, and that's when they did that. And did they not come back after that for a while? I thought they did. Because someone had made a comment about them being in their RV away from home for a really long time, where I didn't know about that. I thought
they were gone for a while because like nobody was in that house for like
how long was that?
It was probably 3 or 4 months, but I'm not really sure 100%. But I think they were gone for 3 or 4 months. It could have been longer.
Like in addition to when they left the first time, or the same time period, you think?
I think it was after that interview. I think they left and were gone for a while.
Yeah,
because you know, because of that. Chris said that he didn't know if he had a job.
Yeah, right. But then right after he said he had a job. Remember, it was in the same interview with Nancy Grace. Yeah. The same interview where they're getting scolded by Nancy Grace, but they're supposed to be there advocating for their missing autistic son that they love and miss so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're like, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They were getting death threats. They were getting death threats. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That must suck, right? Imagine being a 15-year-old autistic kid getting those from your stepfather. That must be real hard.
Well, Seth was getting them too, but he couldn't leave like that. He had to stay.
Mm-hmm. Because he cared.
They went to Burning Man too. I don't know where that's at.
I thought it was in California, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I know it's some kind of event. I thought it was like a athletic event, but I don't see either one of them.
Is it a motorcycle thing?
No, I think it's a music festival.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say I used to think it was athletic, but then when they said they went, I was like, "There's no way it's athletic."
No, that ain't.
I was like, "There's no way."
They may be going to what?
Maybe if it's like a drinking festival, they're definitely, which it would be. If it's a music festival.
Which is a sport, they think, yeah.
Anti-slap case, and no, I have not heard of it.
I am not either.
Will you hold on 1 second, real quick? I'll be right back. My mom.
Yeah. It was out in the desert. Okay. But that's what it was. It was what was it, Dawn? What kind of thing was it? And for anybody coming in, I have like a cold / firefighter it's like a firefighter thing. You have cough, throat when you go in, you have to fight a fire. It's one of the fallbacks of smoke.
Okay, sorry.
I think in Las Vegas. Okay, in the desert in Las Vegas. Okay. Well, they got a lot of desert out there, that's for sure. Didn't Katie and Prophet go to Memphis and live in an RV? They were supposed to return to Hendersonville eventually. I don't know where they went to live, but I know they left. Some music festival.
Yeah, the only time I remember them leaving is when they had told Nancy Grace they were gone. I didn't know they did it again.
Yeah.
But now I'm interested. I'm going to go look it up.
Because it was like people were like thought they sold their house. That's how long they were gone.
That's what I thought. I thought they said they sold the house, but I guess they didn't if they're back there, right?
Right. I think people thought they did or were going to because they weren't there. Yeah. And I think they cleaned. I don't know if this is true, but they said they cleaned out Sebastian's room, but I don't know if that was true either.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't want to believe when I first heard it.
Yeah.
About like the things, like I believe now that they did have his mattress in the garage.
Yeah.
I do believe that now.
Yeah.
Because that
Thank
was
you,
a feeling I
Mommy.
got a lot, whenever I would
Yeah.
read into that. So I do believe that they did that. I think that's horrible. Absolutely horrible,
No, Chief, I am not. No.
What?
Are you Miss December in the firefighter calendar?
No. She's
No.
January.
Heck no. Oh,
She comes
Lord.
first, not last. She's Miss January.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
Yes, this is it. That is right. Thank you, Ronnie.
Yes.
Yep, Miss Megan.
That'd be me.
And there is her link.
Thank you. Thank you. She's no June.
She's in June. Thanks, Chris, for contributing to the conversation. They are back and have been back. Katie has been followed around town. People or persons taking pictures of her. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think you should go around harassing them because
Yeah, because it's not going to change anything. They've already, nothing's happened this far. So what's
Yeah.
the point of taking pictures?
Yeah.
In all reality, I think
Yeah.
we just need to let it alone. And that, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with discussing it and what's happening and what's going on. But I don't
Right.
think there's any point in chasing it down physically.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's not going to help either. Because that just sends out a bunch of negative ass energy that's not going to get you nowhere either. Like,
And
you
it's not-
kind of just have to
not
let
gonna-
it happen.
it's not going to help find Sebastian. So, my dog is Puppy February in the pep. Oh, that's cute. Chris, laugh it up down there, Chris. Go ahead. Go ahead. I love you, Chris. She's each month. There's different. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chief.
Oh, there's Tara.
They moved to Memphis, lived on a job site supposedly for work, and in a near where stepfather was working.
I think Tara, I don't know if you can read
Excuse me.
message of all the messages if you're in my chat. I think you
Right.
have to go to Tammy's live to read all the messages. That's what Chris said. So just a heads up. Oh no, other Chris. I'm sorry. There's lots of Chris's.
There is.
Chief lives in my house.
That's right. Chief Chris.
Yeah. There's one back here.
Hmm.
Speaking of Chris's, what do you
Hello,
think about
Tara.
Chris Watts?
You bought him a watch. What did you say?
Chris Watts.
Oh, yeah.
The new stuff coming out that he's talking more and more. A little, I hear.
Talking more and more. But we want him to talk
I don't
say
think anybody
something.
believe him anyways now, though, because as much as he's done lied,
Mm-mm.
it's gonna be hard.
And he has to know that. He has to know that his credibility is like in the toilet.
I'd imagine, yeah, you'd have to kind of know.
He would have to have some really good information.
Something, yeah.
Yeah,
Like that's the thing.
something.
And again, who would listen to it at this point? I would. I'd listen. I'd
I'd
definitely listen.
Yeah, I'd listen, but they would squash it. They wouldn't let it come out.
Yeah, no, and they would just distort it. It seems like everything is just distorted now. That's why I thought it would be interesting to do the reading, at least onto like any type of ritual or something that was used, because he's always made a big emphasis on that. That.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people thought it was just like a cop out, but I really don't think it is. You listen to some of the things that Nicole is known to have done, known to have, known to do, and then the things he told you she did. Even down to the tea every night, the different crystals she asked for, the different places she wanted to go.
Yep.
Those aren't things that like amateurs completely know too much about. If you're
No.
doing some of that stuff, if random people don't know about like crystals and mountaintops and symbols and moon cycles and things like that.
Right.
So I think she did use a lot of that when she did this stuff. And
Yeah.
there was even in the text message that was from Shanann on the plane ride home, not only was she talking about the electrical storms, but she was talking about like every element. She was literally like talking about the air, the wind, the fire, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
lightning, the water, so everything was kind of also incorporated. It's just odd how it was like that perfect storm.
Yep.
Almost. And literally that deity that I was mentioning in the video is meant to keep away the perfect storm.
Yeah.
So I thought it was,
Yeah.
and then it was used in Diana's to also create the perfect storm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And the thing about Chris Watt's case is it's kind of like they didn't know as much as they thought they knew. They thought they were ready to do what they wanted to do, and this would work. But they were trying, in my opinion, they were trying to reverse. They did it on the 13th, so they were trying to reverse the numbers and mirror it to be the 31st.
right.
But you can't do that. You can't.
If you do it, I feel like you gotta do it right. You gotta do
Yeah.
it to the complete marrying, which in Princess Diana's they did.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like they did it right. The marrying,
Mhm.
they did the sacrifices, the numbers, the her being pregnant, everything. With Shanann, it wasn't right. They didn't use the 31st, because if you're gonna do it, that day, the Feast of Hecate is the 13th, and it is to keep children and crops healthy and safe. Well, that would have been a complete polar opposite of what they were doing, and it was meant to like keep the harvest safe, which she was pregnant. Shanann has been pregnant, so that is harvesting, but it is growing a baby, and at the end, that crop is whatever. So you have to look at it like that too. So when all that stuff goes into play, it's done wrong. You're doing it wrong. Not only you have the maiden, the crone, and was it? I can't think of it. It's the maiden, goddess, and crone. So three.
Yeah.
So they hit 4 when they had the 3 kids in Shanann. So you can't go outside that number either, I feel like.
Right.
Not only did they not mirror it to mock what it should have been, they didn't use the right numbers either.
Yeah.
So you have to do everything right. And I just think she didn't do it right.
No. And she, that's why they kept going to the dunes, because they were trying to be at their highest point.
Yeah.
Because when she was in that picture, she was holding it up.
Yeah, on the mountain, it's basically the Illuminati. So I don't want to do it, but that's what she's doing. She's got it looks like a Super 7, and I wrote it to Armchair Detective when I was going back and forth, and we were doing episodes like that. And I told him, I was like, "That's a Super 7 that she's. That's what it looks like to me. This would be the one that you would want for those kind of things. And if she's doing that, she's standing in position. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She made comments about them being like doing the unclothed dancing in the woods and things. And then the yoga place, like I had mentioned, that Satya. So when you reverse it, it's Satana's, and so instead of truth, it's a lie. So again, it's the mirroring. It's mocking. You're mocking it, is what you're doing. So that's exactly what she did, and that's why she scrubbed it clean 3 days after he admitted what he did. That's why I think the crystal was also under the bed. When Princess Diana was killed, I think that they did it to harvest the soul, because they need that to keep going. So every time the soul relives this death, right? It's like trauma. So they feed off of that. So if they have that item, they're feeding off of the trauma every time she relives it. I think that's what the crystal was under Cece's bed for. They always made a comment about a crystal being under Cece's bed. What was it there for? What was it there for? It was to capture the soul. It was to be used again and again, so that every time some kind of energy got out of line, you take that soul, it re-traumatized, and it just keeps happening. That's what it's supposed to do. So again, there's elements of it. If you look at it, they did kind of know what they were doing. They just didn't do it right.
Right. They didn't go. It's kind of like when I tell people, like, if I draw or I pull a 8 of Pentacles for people, and the main thing I tell them is follow each pentacle in the order that it goes. Follow it in the order it goes. Don't leave a step out. Don't go around that step. Don't change that step. Follow it how it goes, because if you get out of line, that 8 of Pentacles, because that's all about planning down to the last detail. Well, if you skip a detail or hurry a detail, your plan, you're gonna have to go back, and you're gonna have
in the foundation.
Yeah,
you're gonna have crack in it.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. His earth sign had a lot of cracks, and so did and then as far as Nicole's, her was emotional. I think she really got off of it and enjoyed it, the whole thing. And I think she was there. I think that Shanann very much saw her, and I think she told her the girls were dead, and that's why you don't see her fighting back, and you don't see that, because I think she was shocked this woman was in her house to begin with. And then I think that once she told her, well, like one of the girls, the girls or whatever too, and now it's like you kind of thing. I think it was just complete shock, that's just where the body froze.
Yeah.
What would you do? You know,
Yeah.
if there was some random woman just standing in your house and told you your kids are gone and now you
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And so I'm just saying how I think that I feel that it happened, and you know, and not saying like some huge. I'm just saying how from what we have been told,
Yeah.
from what we see, and then from whatever you do, like, that's what I feel happened in that
Yeah.
scenario. I just think she walked in and that's all that stuff was happening.
And it's 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Why would somebody be in your house that you don't, a stranger? Well, I think she kind of knew her, but I mean, why would another woman be in your house that time of morning if
Yeah,
if it wasn't anything good?
yeah, yeah. And she
You
was just
know?
coming home too, so she wouldn't
Yeah.
have expected anything other than the girls, like you said, being asleep. And
Yeah.
you know, you had mentioned that's questionable if they were even asleep. You know,
Yeah.
maybe if they were still alive when she got home.
Because my thing always was, and people are like, I don't think she's seen anything, but if you watch Shanann going up to the door
Mm-hmm.
and setting her suitcase down, and she's going to put the number in to go into the house, she looks at her phone before she gets up there. And then she looks in the window, the side door window, you know, that little one. She
Mm-hmm.
looks in there, and then she looks back and she looks again, and then she picks her suitcase and goes in. So I think she seen something before she even got in there that bothered her. Something wasn't right. She knew it when she was walking in the door.
Yeah.
So she seen something when she was going up there.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like more or less it was probably like a light on that she didn't maybe expect to see.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm guessing. Too.
Something
like,
out of the ordinary.
yeah,
Yeah.
just something out of the ordinary. Yeah, like just not expecting to see it that way. Because
Yeah.
he does. He runs straight down to the basement
Yeah.
when they all walk in. Well, and then he goes straight into the car, you know, when he gets
Yeah.
in there too, but then straight to the basement. And then you see like you see the suitcase and the sleeping mask is on the bed in the
Yes.
basement.
Yeah.
So
What am I missing? I'm confused. We're
Probably
talking
wait,
about we went from Guthrie to Summer to Sebastian
and
to
now we're
now we're to Watts. We're just kind of like floating around a little bit and talking, if that's what you're talking about, Ronnie.
yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, I don't. I mean, I feel like she knew something was off
Yeah.
on her way home. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you usually do. You know,
Yeah.
you usually know when something's
Mhm.
wrong. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And the thing about we think our
That she
opinion
was in
is
there, yeah.
that Nicole Kessinger was there when Shanann got there. And so when Shanann walked in, she saw her. She like came out and she saw her. That's our opinion. We think she was in the house when Shanann
Yeah,
come
like
home.
I don't think she was like sitting right in the living room or nothing, but I
No.
think there was a point like where she went like I always get like this feeling of the bedroom for some reason for her,
Yeah.
like the corner of the bedroom. But again, I don't know if that's so much something that was just a viewpoint or if it's something
Yeah.
that actually matters. But like
Yeah.
for her, I feel like she was in the bedroom at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
But still, something about the basements. Maybe it's just that they were down there. I really don't, you know.
Yeah, I think the basement has a lot to do with it too. I almost feel like when she went in, she went straight down to the basement because supposedly that's where Chris had been sleeping because they were separated. And
Yeah.
supposedly he had been sleeping down there. So probably a normal reaction would be it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I just got home. He's
Goes
sleeping
back.
downstairs. I'm going to go down there. And then it
happened down the stairs. Because I remember like one of the ones I always felt like too, the basement, it was a significant area, like at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
So because I don't think Chris Watts was wearing a sleeping mask. And why did he have a suitcase? You know, it's his house. He doesn't need a suitcase in his own house.
Exactly.
Much less a sleeping mask either. It just seems like some bougie stuff like Nicole would have wanted, you know, like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I sleep with a sleeping mask, you know,
Yeah.
like, or
Right.
whatever.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, I do feel like maybe she went down there. Maybe it was just the time. Maybe they fell asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you'd fall asleep waiting, but something happened in the sense
Yeah.
that I do think Shanann got down the stairs. I don't know how much that's where it stopped because I do
Yeah.
think she still went to the bedroom. I just don't know how much time she spent in the bedroom.
Right. Yeah.
If
And
she did.
I think too, like they were talking about Nate, the neighbor, he said that at some point, I don't remember how many days he said, but like Shanann's car was parked outside on the road.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And they're like, why would he do that? And I'm like, so he could put Nicole Kessinger's car in the garage
Because she was in the house.
and hide her car.
Yeah.
And then nobody would know her car's there because it's in the garage.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would have been a good reason. I mean, there's really
Why
no other
else would he
reason.
do it?
Yeah.
Why else? I mean, there would be no other
For her to
reason.
get in and out with nobody seeing her on camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's probably why he even brought up the cameras and the whole like, oh, someone's breaking in to see what he'd actually see on camera and how much. It probably was never. Well, I don't think anybody broke in anyways, but I'm just saying that's probably what that whole story was about because he knew he was going to sneak her in.
Yeah.
So he wanted to know where his cameras lied.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You thought NK was there too, Wyoming? Yeah.
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 I think Jim was there too.
Yeah, I do too.
I think a lot of people will say that. I think Jim was there. I don't know why. You know, even her dad in the interview was like, "Well, Jim came Monday, right?" You know, it's funny because they don't want you talking about him, but at the same time, they're like, "Well, you know, Jim was here, but don't talk about Jim."
Yeah. Yeah. Leave Jim alone. That's what she said. Leave Jim alone. Yeah. She got the text too about the restaurant charge, and it was more than one person. Yep.
Yeah.
So she already was. Yep. Yep. Yeah, because she was like, I think there was a text, right? Why did it cost you so much money for one person? And he said,
yeah,
I paid for my friends from work or some crap like that.
Something, yeah. But she did ask him that. She messaged him and said something about salmon and a beer costing $69 or something like that. Yeah. I don't know why that's funny. I'm not trying to laugh about that. It's not funny. I don't know why it makes me laugh. But
well, I mean, it's almost like he was trying to get caught. It's like he was trying to get caught. It's
maybe
like they were.
Maybe he was just like, she'll just throw me out and I don't have to do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, and I feel like, you know, what?
Tara, he said salmon and beer, and she was like, lies. That's what I'm saying. I could just see her be like, you liar. There's no way that salmon and a beer cost you $70.
You better have some daggone rice with it and some bread if you're going to even want me to believe.
Was it the whole fish?
Right. Was it a buffet? I mean, yeah.
All you can eat.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're gonna lie, be good at it. You will not even. I mean,
you know, he never did anything bad for the most part in his life. Like he didn't even have one good lie.
Yeah.
You couldn't even think of anything more expensive than salmon and a beer to say.
Yeah, salmon and a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he said something about I bought my friend's dinner, but it's like, dude, why did you even do that? You know she's gonna get dinged. You know it's gonna alert her.
Friends. Like, that would be my next question, dude.
Yeah.
What friends? I thought you didn't have friends. Like I thought
that was probably her thought too. That's probably her
first flag.
She probably thought I am your friend. So what other friend do you damn have
had in your life? I don't know who you're talking about.
You know, I have no damn friends.
You, your kids, and me are the only friends that you should ever have.
Right?
I'm just joking.
And did you work hard enough this week to get that daggone salmon? Right? Yeah. You're right.
Hey Lee, how are you? It's Lee.
Tom Glider. Hello. Did I miss? Who did I miss?
Oh, because we're said friends. Like friends. Watts doesn't have friends.
Yeah, friends.
He's not allowed to have friends.
He's not allowed. You're not allowed to have friends. You're too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why, you know, you were talking about they didn't do it right. I think they were in a hurry.
Yeah.
Like they didn't want to wait and try to, you know, they didn't want to negotiate with Shanann at all.
No, they just wanted what she wanted.
Yeah.
But mistresses are like that, you know? Like mistresses will know about you the whole time. And then as soon as it like something gets a little bit uncomfortable, like I guess she gets pregnant or something, all of a sudden it's like, well, you have another family. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So that's what you get. You get that. You get someone who like all of a sudden is like, you better do everything for me or it's the end of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so you get this kind of situation. So
yeah.
That's how I feel.
they just did not. Yeah, what he didn't have any. They just didn't want to work with her because he didn't want
No.
to pay child support for
Well,
one.
she said in the text she had no problem being by herself,
Yeah,
didn't she? I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I remember her saying she had no problem being by herself. She just wanted
yeah,
him to say it, and he wouldn't say it. He
yeah,
wouldn't just say it.
yeah.
He kept trying to act like he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna figure it out" and stuff like that. But it's like
Mhm.
you could have just said no, thank you, and I'm sure she would have taken
Yeah.
care of the kids and been fine on her own. So,
And I mean, and I'm not saying that she was perfect and she wasn't hard to live with and she didn't do,
yeah, because nobody
things
is.
wrong too, but nobody deserved that.
No. That's
No
what I think
matter.
that's when you tell somebody, even before you meet somebody. I think you kind of know. I think even before you meet somebody and you're just like, oh, maybe not. If you don't, then that's fine. Maybe you need
Yeah,
somebody to like
yeah,
send you off the edge of the cliff because you don't have balls on your own. But I feel like most men or anybody in a relationship should know like you're not really into that person, so
yeah,
to drag somebody along just for your own benefit, like
yeah,
I don't really, and that's what it just I
yeah,
don't get that part with that, so
yeah, yeah. But I
mm,
mean, they were toxic together, and
yeah.
I fully agree. I fully not agree. I fully believe that they were toxic together. I'm not saying she, didn't do anything that would have caused Chris to feel a certain way, but I don't.
No.
She her. She definitely didn't deserve that. There was always divorce. He could have always divorced her.
Yeah.
So, you know, I want to on my other channel. We're gonna talk about both sides of that. Like
Mhm.
after we're gonna do the interviews. We're gonna start on the interviews with Chris. Uh, the interrogation videos. We're going to do
Yeah.
those. And then after we go through the interrogation videos with Chris, because there's one that just kills me. The one interview he does where he's sitting there and he's almost smiling. And he's been there for a little while. And I don't know if it was the Kegel, I don't know if I said her name right, interview, but he almost looks like he's like happy, like he don't have no responsibilities. He don't have, he don't have. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, dude, you're like 4 or 5 life sentences, and you look okay with that.
Because it was better than like what like Don's saying over here. He didn't want a divorce because he didn't want to be broke. And that blows my mind that guys will do things just to not be broke. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, take it and I'll go sit in a box for the next year and figure it out. Like, just get away from me. Like,
right,
like I'm
right,
sorry. Like, I don't understand the guys who are just like, well, I just can't part with my money. Like, but
right,
that's letting her win. Like, not really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're kind of a loser because you won't just give somebody the money and walk away. So,
right.
like, you're totally ego driven and attached to money. So, like, that's an issue. Like, you might
Yeah,
want to check into that.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, divorce will always. I mean, nobody
Yeah.
said it's going to be easy,
And
but
especially when you're pregnant.
you're paying money anyway for your kids to live
Yeah.
being married.
And it
So
really ain't that much of a difference. It's not. I've
no,
been in a relationship with the person, and then when we were separated, and he was paying less by being separated,
yeah,
way less,
that's what
by
I'm
like
saying.
20 grand less or something, when you look at how much
Yeah,
bills cost and things like that. So for someone to act like giving child support to their child or their child's mother is such an inconvenience that like they're just never going to come out of that hole again. Like,
right.
maybe you need to get another job or like fix your morals or something, or like
Yeah,
budget yourself, because again, like there's no way that paying child support drains you more than just like I don't know. I'm just saying like
yeah,
it's cheaper than being in the relationship. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. And
So
I think the problem is they get into this. Well, I don't know where that money's going. Well, as long as the kids are taken care of and they've got their food and a place to live and they're loved and
and
they've
you know
got
what though? It's never even usually the guy. It's the woman who's none of their business. Where's the money going? It's the woman who like
yeah,
weaseled their way in somehow, or just had nothing better to do, but she was looking up Watts in like what
yeah,
2017 before
yeah,
she even met him, but she didn't know who he
yeah,
was, right?
like
So I'm
way
saying
early.
like
Yeah,
she didn't weasel her way into a situation
yeah,
to a weak man who she probably already knew was a weak man because she could see that online because she'd been watching him for the last 6 months and the wife. So that's not by coincidence either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No. She was
exactly what she
talking.
needed to say, do, how to behave, how to, like, even how she would talk about loving books. Shanann always talked about loving books. You didn't think she got that from watching Shanann on her live all the time talking about loving books? And then because she would say that, she goes, oh, reading books is just so good for you, like Shanann would say on her live. And then the interview, Nicole Kessinger says that to one of the guys. She's like, yeah, I tell him to read. It's just so good for you. Oh, where'd you get that from? You know what
Anybody
I mean?
that says like every other word doesn't read books.
They're little carbon copies. You know what I mean? Like they like end up looking just like the wife, and people. And it's crazy too because you'll always, like, when they split up, they'll always like, that's so weird. She kind of looks like you, you know. And it's like, because they have no creativity.
No,
The husband or them.
Right.
So,
if you want to be there, walk away right. Pay to support kids and freedom. Yeah, because you're still paying money whether you live with them or you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact is, you can't control where that money's going, so you don't want to pay it. That's basically
for
what.
your kids, you know. So it's not for for you and to decide if they like what kind of food they spend it on or something. I don't know. I just think that's ridiculous too when they act like they have, you know, goes to your kids, goes to a house, like a roof over their head, electricity, food.
Yeah, you don't want them to be taken care of. I mean, so but I think that took away his play money.
Yeah. Did she meet her at a Thrive convention? Probably. That's what I'm saying. These girls are usually stalkers. What do they call them? I heard it before. It's called destiny swapping. It's destiny swapping. So it's like so it's basically what that is, like a mistress, how they'll sit there and they get like their eyes set on a dude, right? And so they do like everything in the most, they follow the women and stuff. So they start to like mimic him, behave like them, kind of like the same thing with the book reading. They almost kind of looked identical, things like that, talked almost the same. They both said like constantly. So, you know, she was watching her and her mannerisms and things, but that's what it is. It's destiny swapping. So they're watching you for a good 6 months. Kind of like you see her search started to like a year, and then they end up acting like the wife, and then they're everything that the wife's not, but they're exactly what the wife is.
Right.
And usually after they break up, they'll end up telling the ex-partner that, oh, she's just like you. Freakishly enough, you cheated on me with someone who's just like me. How weird. You know what I mean? So why did you cheat? So it's a destiny swap. This person's miserable. They have no creativity. They don't have any look of their own or personality of their own or mind of their own. So they see somebody they want. They become a carbon copy of them. And then you get a Nicole Kessinger.
Yeah.
So that's how that
works. But didn't he meet her at a Thrive congestion? It probably was a congestion, but I know you meant convention. I think you're right, Dawn. I think they actually did meet at something like that. Like she was just like somebody at one point said they thought she had been on Shanann's team or on Nicole Atkins' team, you know, because they have that kind of stuff does teams like you have.
Yeah, you have to like build up your team, but like you're kind of paying for it yourself for the most part.
I think I heard that at one point, but
yeah, I think we're all in a mood tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
That's okay.
It is single white female though. It's stalkerish. As I said, it's a destiny swap. It's literally a thing. You can look it up. It's a destiny swap. It's when women get obsessed with other women, and that's when people like sometimes when it gets like Valeria Marquez. Like do you know like that girl on TikTok who was shot on her live stream?
Yeah,
and they thought it was her best friend.
Yeah,
that was like. I don't even know her name because that's how much of a loser she is compared to. That's what I'm saying. But that's what was her point. She was trying to do that. That was a destiny swap. And like just a lot of stuff like that. Beyonce with Aaliyah, that was a destiny swap. All that stuff, those are destiny swaps. So when someone's like, "Oh, you're best friend and you're just so great, and I just want to be just like you," be careful of that.
Yeah,
because they really will be just like you.
And they have nothing of themselves. You know, they don't have no personality. They got a vampire rob everybody else because they don't know how to be their own person.
That's why you see on TikTok too. Like I think that's why there's all these trending. Like, is everybody a goat and chicken farmer now? Like, is everybody a goat and chicken farmer? Like, is that the thing? Like to just have goats and chickens, and then like that doesn't work out, so then they like start traveling around the world, and it's like, oh, well, now I'm a traveler, you know, because
now I live in a van. Yeah.
Now I live in a van. now I build houses. Like,
you know,
it's like I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Nobody has a personality, like a core personality. It seems
Yeah.
like for the most part. On
They're all trends.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all mirroring each other. They don't have any personality, and that's how you know because
Yeah.
they all talk the same, they all act the same, they all dress the same, they all. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with liking a trend. There's nothing wrong with that, but like you can
Right.
tell when it's consistent and it's constant and it's just. And
Yeah.
they'll go on there and be like, "Oh, I went viral for a goat. I went viral for traveling." You know, and like my friend went viral, so now we're both viral. It's just like, is that all we're going to talk about? Is being viral? Like, you know what I mean? It's
Right. Yeah.
again, real
Yeah.
weird.
There hasn't been a lot of that living in van. And there was the ones that did the trend of living in their van, but they really didn't live in their van, but they portrayed as living in their van, and then they were.
Yeah, there were some people that were really like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they were.
Some were actually doing it. Like I got when Tara, I don't know if she's still in here. They did the whole like kind of RV van life, and it was fun. Like I would go visit with them every time they were here, and that was like when you were true doing it. Yes, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But like there was a lot of people who would do that. They would have them parked up in the back of their houses or on a lot somewhere, and they weren't actually living in them.
Right. Right.
It's a whole different lifestyle when you're actually living in it.
Yeah. Well, I actually do have a farm, and I actually do live on it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Farmer, like.
Yeah, and I don't record it and put it on TikTok or nothing because but yeah, I think, and now I heard he's talking, but like you said,
talking what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's always talking about something random. I think he gets bored when people stop talking to him, and he just kind of gets like a little fire under him, and just kind of wants to start talking randomly again.
Yeah.
Maybe people fall off too,
Yeah. He's old news.
Yeah, I mean, wanting to talk to somebody angelic, nothing new is happening.
No.
Like, what you're aging, join the club. You're just aging behind bars. So
yeah, and I know
free medical care, so I don't want to hear about it.
Well, and he was like, I don't know if I can say this on StreamYard.
You probably can. I guarantee you probably.
He was like, he had like his next door cell guy mate. I guess he wouldn't be a cellmate because he's in there by himself, I think. But I guess the next door cell. Yeah, like he had his like underwear.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I never heard about why he had his underwear.
They didn't give us the details.
Yeah, just real weird.
Yeah, but he got like in trouble, so he couldn't he couldn't buy from the canteen or something for like a week or a month or something.
In jail. Why would somebody have someone's underwear for no reason?
And Vaseline. I forgot to say.
Oh, and yeah, there was Vaseline. Well, see, then that's definitely. And yes, I agree with Tara. We definitely need to come visit you because I've been to Colorado, so now we need to be to Louisiana.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and go play there.
Yeah, yeah.
Go hang out in the witch shed.
Right, that's where I'm at now. Yep. Yeah. What'd she say?
He missed laundry day. Yeah.
Sure he did. Yeah. Because he has a job.
Yeah, they give him jobs.
I don't know what he does. Maybe it is laundry that he does.
Yeah. Be interesting to know how the Vaseline got there, right?
Yeah, that's just.
It's part of laundry, but I don't think it is.
Well, he said they did. Him and Nicole did.
Yeah. I saw that where she looked that up a lot.
Yeah.
And I believe that too. And it makes you wonder, was it his idea or her idea? I mean, you just wonder,
Yeah, and
I mean that matters, right? Like, does it not matter whose idea it was?
No, it does. But I'm sitting here thinking,
she was looking it up.
Yeah,
she really didn't do it much, right? Like she was looking up how to do it.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I recall. She was looking up how to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why Shanann always want to take a shower. I don't know. I'm just saying, like weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, he was like a freak, and nobody knew it.
Could have been. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't doubt it. I mean,
makes $8 a week.
I think Diddy had a bunch of drugs in them baby oils, though. I think that's what would knock him out.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I think he put in it? Horse tranquilizer.
Probably. I heard it was like a bunch of different kinds. I heard it was like that pink, like stuff. I don't know if I could say that word.
I know
sniffing stuff. It's supposed to be the one that's called the pink one.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing maybe that's the tranquilizer, the pink one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I heard something was in it that was like, yeah, like it's supposed to knock you right out. And then somebody said something. One of the movie stars said something about eating pizza with baby oil, and they didn't wake up for a while. So I'm assuming it was the baby oil.
Was that been some of J.A.'s pizza parties that
Oh, probably.
was his
Jennifer
name
Aniston.
really liked? Yeah.
Yeah, and George
Mhm.
Clooney. George Clooney was real big in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat's just fun.
Yeah.
You never what?
You never get that out.
Great. Nope, you never will, homie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because
Gonna stain. That's gonna leave a stain
Yeah.
there.
yeah, that's gonna leave marks, man. Because when I didn't do a lot video on Diddy, but I did I did for
Yeah.
a couple of people I did, and I told them I'm like he's putting horse tranquilizer in that baby oil, and then
Yeah.
it came out it was a tranquilizer. I was like, wow, I was right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about it until like I was like, once they said it and I started thinking about like older movies and things, like I think it was like Blow or something. I don't know, but they were talking
Yeah.
about it going through the skin
Yeah.
and I was like, oh. So it's like, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to give you a massage. And then it's just like a bunch of drugs. So
Yeah, and then you're out,
out.
and you can't do anything.
But yeah, Blow was a good movie though. I like that movie.
Yeah, I'm not a big movie. I usually don't watch
Yeah.
movies, but I've heard of the movie, so I know what you're talking
It
about.
was just a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Older days.
Yeah. So people are going into your chat.
On mine.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. They have it in a bit though. These ones that like it usually will show like a link or something, like a little link bar next to them. So these are everyone so far is on yours.
So what we did was for everybody coming in, we went to we got on StreamYard, and before we went live, Megan chose. What does it say, Megan? Remember?
It just said. No, I don't remember exactly what it said. It said to live stream to collab from something.
Yeah, like we were like she could.
It's supposed to be live for mine, but from yours. But it only seems to give chats from your side. I didn't actually look at that.
So we were trying to figure out like
I don't know why it would do that either.
We're trying to figure out how that works. We thought maybe she could see her chat, like she's streaming now too, but we can't. We were trying to see if she could see.
Like it says one watching from my side,
Right.
but there's clearly more than one person talking.
Right.
So it's like it gives me some access, I guess, to see it, but not all.
Okay.
Because I can't like how you can click and like someone's comment highlights. Like I can't do that.
So I have
stuff you would think you could do. Like I see Tom's comment over here in my chat, but I don't see it over here on the live board. And then I see Tara too. So like he just said, "Hey everybody, good."
Let's see. Was it a
weird that it won't redirect my comments to here though?
Yeah, it won't.
Like it'll let me link my page, but won't link. That's what I was wondering if there's somewhere.
And we were trying to figure. We thought, well, we're going to get on here and play with it, and if we screw up, we just screw up.
Let's see if there's like a.
Because we were trying to make us both have a live at the same time, so we could both get views for it.
I'm trying to see, like, there's nowhere where it says anything about how to balance my or streaming comments. So I don't really know. It's weird.
But when we did go live, it did tell me that Megan was live, which was good. So I know that part worked out.
Yeah, and then I saw Tom at first because you saw him too.
But
I only see him over here in the private one, so maybe he went out and came back in.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere in here. Landscape, public, category, conservative ads. No, thank you. Throw some ads up in here for y'all. Some ads just pop up randomly.
Conservative, or give them one every 2 minutes so they get mad and leave.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, really? But see, I don't have access to none of that because I'm not monetized.
I don't know if it even does it during the live. I don't know if maybe it depends on if you have a premium or not. I don't know. Yeah, I know after it does if you don't have it, but
I've had premium so long that
yeah, I have
I
to.
probably would be mad if I didn't pay for it and then got on there and I got all these commercials. I'd probably, oh my God, because I thought I'm not going to get premium just so I don't have ads anymore.
Yeah.
But man, I did it and I was like, why didn't I do this? Why
Yeah,
would
it
I do
really is
this?
nice, especially if you want to use it for like when you're making videos because it got annoying when I was trying like when I was doing a lot of the Madeline McCann ones
Yeah.
and it was just like the interviews of them when I was doing just speech analysis and
Yeah.
stuff. Like it got annoying to try to skip over the ads all the time. So I was just like, I'm just gonna do premium on it.
Yeah. I hit the like over there too. Over here
Great.
too.
Thank
Thank you,
you so
Army.
much.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll have to mess with it next time and see if there's any way to like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way it is. I don't know if it like you said you saw the feature before, but I don't ever mess with it. So I don't know if it's new. It's new for me. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's a
I
new
saw
feature
it
for me.
before, but I was like scared to do it because I'm like, what if because like I said, I took myself off the whole screen one time during live. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'll be, let me figure
Yeah.
out how to get back. So I don't like to try to mess with stuff if I'm live because if anybody can screw it up, it'll be me.
Yeah.
Yes, Megan should be getting views too because she's live.
I think so. I don't know though, really.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why we're kind of new to doing this. So
like I don't even know which chat I'm actually looking at from my side. Like I don't know if it's supposed to be yours or mine.
I think whoever StreamYard it is, I guess that's the main chat. But I don't. I would think you would be able to see yours and can you comment on yours?
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't like the commercials either. Not now that I got premium, I probably won't not have it. Yeah, I saw Reverend Jesse passed away. Yep.
Yeah, I saw that too. There's a lot of people passing away right now.
It is a lot of the older ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and then it was somebody else the other day, or maybe it was today too. I don't remember. It was like 2 or 3 people though, other people.
Well, I know the guy from Dawson Creek.
Yeah,
passed away. I don't know him that well.
He had colon cancer. I heard.
Yeah. But I did recognize him when they showed a younger picture of him. I'm like, oh, I know who that is now. But I didn't watch Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, I watched it just because that was like my age. Like, like really, like I think I was like 12 or 13. Like that was the age that, like, like, oh God, Dawson's Creek. Like my friends would come over and me watching stuff. But yeah, that was sad when I saw that because especially because like it's like well, I mean, you don't know how long they waited either, but you would just hope that they would get like the colonoscopies and things soon if you could. But people are needing it sooner.
Yep.
So they're gonna have to start going up in age for that too.
The ads do play during people's lives.
Yeah, they do.
Well, it's annoying.
Yeah, I don't go live that much anymore. And when I used to, I don't even know if I was monetized. I guess I was monetized then, but I don't know. I don't know if it played it or not.
Yeah. She left a
thank you.
Comment too. Let me see if I can go in there.
I meant to go see your page and see if yours looked different than mine and how it did, if it looked different.
Let's see.
Like, hold on, you guys. I want to see what this looks like. Let's see.
There we go.
Yeah, so your show is a different, so the amount of people you have viewing is different than the amount I do. But it's the same live.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Hi. The cat loves you.
Because today's Fat Tuesday in Louisiana. Well, it's almost over. Dang, look how long I've been there. Can you believe that?
Aww.
67 freaking months.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's how long I've been
talking about that the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a friend.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, 67 months.
Yeah.
Like what Connor was and Andrew were like what? 1 and
Connor was in diapers.
Yeah, Connor was. Yeah, Connor.
Yeah.
Connor barely turned one during
Yeah.
during my first like live stream, big live stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Connor
Yeah,
was
she
in
is a
diapers.
great friend.
Yeah. She was in, he was in diapers. I remember Connor in diapers. Yep.
Yeah, he wasn't even one yet, barely.
Mm-mm.
He just turned one, like
Mm-mm.
again, like in the year after, not even, or something like that.
It would be so funny because we would, like, when we would just be talking, like, not live, we would do the, we do the StreamYard and we get on and talk to each other. Me, you, and Tara, sometimes we get on and talk.
Yeah.
Connor'd be running through there in his little diaper, and Chris would be chasing him. We weren't live. We weren't live then. We were just personally
Yeah, we're just
talking.
chatting.
Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
chatting. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the only way we really could, like, just for all of us.
Yeah.
So people, like, her private little chat.
Yeah, have our private little chat. Yeah, Megan taught me so much, helped me with tarot, and she helped me. She's like, "You can do this. I know you got." So I took different classes under her, and she's like, I don't even know why you're taking classes under me. You don't need me, but I did need her.
Now
I
you have
did
your
need
own reading style. Everybody kind of does, like everybody has their own reading style.
Yeah.
Like even some people too, like I've had people sometimes will tell me like, oh, well, that's not really what that card means. And I'm like, well,
Hey,
everybody has a, like I think there's a base meaning for a card sometimes, but I do think everybody kind of has that one card. Like the star card is like that for me.
yeah,
The star card's always supposed to be this card of hope, which it is, but
Yeah.
there's always something about it to me that's very like sneaky and mysterious and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just a little bit mischievous. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's always like when I get that card, that's kind of I feel. So it's just like, I don't know. That's like when other people read, I'm like, oh, they read so good or they read so different. Like I wish I could read like that, but everybody just has like a different kind.
Well, there's some people that they shuffle or they lay their cards all out in a row and they choose and stuff. And there's some ways people do stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how. Like they'll just shuffle and then they'll just take the card from the top and then they read it like that.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that's.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm really picking up on the energy I need to pick up on. When I do it, I want that card to flip out of my hand. And when it flips out, I know that's meant for me to read. I don't
like picking it out of the deck. Yeah, I don't like doing that either. It's not to say that it doesn't work for somebody else. For me, it doesn't though. Like I don't feel like there's any connection when I just when you can fan them out and just like, oh, pick a card or something. And it's like, I don't like doing that way. All right.
Yeah, I don't either.
But yeah, I prefer to again shuffle, have it pop out, and be like, that's definitely meant to like jump out and see you,
Yeah.
So
right.
I prefer it that way too.
And some people won't read them in reverse, but if you're going to read tarot, you should read how it comes to you.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Like if you can maybe look at it and still see the negative side. I mean, everything has a dark and a light. Everything has a negative side. So almost to completely ignore it and not. I mean, I get like wanting to give a good message, but you can also say be cautious of this part of it too. I think that's always wise to do in a reading.
Yeah.
So like when I do my readings for people, I very much let them know the negative side of what's there too.
Absolutely.
So I think that's important to know. So that way you can have a plan for that negative side if it comes out.
Because like you were saying, people are like, well, that's not what that card means. Okay, well, I don't just interpret the meaning of the card. I hear.
Yeah, and like what's around it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on what comes out around it. It depends on how it makes you feel. Like cards, like one card can mean a lot of things. So just because like one card means like addiction or obsession doesn't mean that they have to be like addicted and upset. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. Like that's not the best example, but I'm just saying like you don't have to be one or the other.
Right. Yeah.
Like it can be that.
Right.
I don't know. There's like 15 meanings to one card.
Yeah.
It can mean two things without meaning the other 13.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And just like you and me, we both are on that same part of it where we feel, we feel a lot of ours. So we don't just go by the meanings where we like if, and sometimes it's like, man, I need to say this. And I'll hear like nicknames or I'll hear a strange like phrase that somebody will say, and I'll say, okay, this is what I'm hearing. And they're like, how did you know that nickname, or how did you know? But I hear it. I don't just
Yeah.
read it in the cards. I kind of
Yeah.
hear it. So
And that's kind of what it's like listening to your gut's all about. It's not like this extraordinary sixth sense. It's just about like, what did you hear? Does it make sense to you? Like I did that in Tara's reading, and I, like always use her as an example of that. Like when I did a reading for her of a loved one, it was just like I kept trying to go past like what the card. I was telling her what the card meant, but I was trying to move on to like the next card. And like I kept hearing like birds, like just bird, like birds. And so I was like, okay, like and I would try to ignore it and keep going. But they would be like birds, and I was like, okay, And then finally I was like, Tara, birds. I was like, she was like, what? And I was like, I don't know, like white birds. Like there's something about white birds. Like, like she really wants me to tell you about the white birds.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like white birds outside the window kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like all you have to hear is birds though. Like it can be something that simple and you don't really know why you keep hearing bird, but like it somehow connects to
I've learned
that
I've learned that no matter how weird it sounds, like I and Donna know who I'm talking about. I did a reading for one of our friends. She's not on YouTube very much anymore, but her sister had passed away. And I did a reading for her, and I'm like, this is so weird. And I'm like, okay, periwinkle. Why a periwinkle? What? So she's like, oh my goodness. She said, when we were little, we used to go looking for shells, and they're called periwinkles. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's a good memory out of that, but that's all. But it's weird. I've learned say the weird stuff because it means something to somebody.
Yeah. I mean, it's the little things that you see. It's the little flashes. It's the little words, and when you add them all up, they add up to like a big picture of to where they're like you couldn't have known all that.
Yeah.
And you don't even know how you knew all that. But that's the thing. Like, like as people go, like time goes on, like just every day, people like when like Tara's telling me things, I'm like, that's crazy. Like sometimes I feel like the same thing. Like she knows all these things. Like, and she doesn't even realize how in touch she is with what she knows.
Yeah.
Like I'm using her as an example as she's in the chat. So sorry, Tara. But she's really, really in touch with her like
intuition and
stuff and just stuff in a way that I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I'm in it in a different way. And so it's like almost like, well, I want to be like that. So everybody has different ways, and that's
they do.
We're not supposed to all see it or hear it the same. Otherwise it'd be a pretty boring message if everybody got it the same.
Right.
Kind of like why we all don't look the same. So,
right.
But I mean, yeah.
Wyoming said, so glad I met you all. Chris C. told me about your channels. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you everybody for being
I'm
here.
agreeing. I'm so grateful to know both of them. Oh, I love running Grey Wolf. We met through some person that will remain nameless. Papa. Yep. Yep. What's Tara say? I remember that because you also looked confused and like you wanted to say something.
Yeah. Because that's when I was still very like, I didn't want to like go off course with my readings. I was still trying to be very like, oh, I'm like I wish I am professional. I try to be professional, but like I try to stay on course. I don't want to just say some random stuff. And so like, and I kept like looking off to the side, and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Nothing," And I'm going on, and it just felt like someone like screamed at me like birds, and I was like, "Birds."
Birds. I'm supposed to talk about birds. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, like she said, I would rather have you tell me. And that's how it is too. Like I'd rather have you or her tell me what's going on with me. Like I don't want to tell myself.
Yeah. And that's the one thing is I'm not a sugarcoater in real life.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, I'm just not. I'm just because if I tell you how it is from the beginning, and you know how I feel from the beginning, you won't come back and question me later.
Yeah.
Or you won't have any doubts that I mean what I say. So, or how
where you stand in the whole situation.
Right.
How you feel about it.
Yeah. So I'm just not a sugarcoater anyway. So people don't have to, I may feel bad. I'm not going to say I don't feel bad if I have to deliver something I don't want to deliver, but I will feel bad. I will, but I know that not saying it is not doing them any justice. So saying it. Yeah.
I didn't like, that's kind of why I pivoted a lot away from the reading sites because people like don't ever really want to hear that too much. You know, they kind of like want to know like why it's somebody else's fault. Like at least for the most part on this side, they it's always like, well, what do they need to do to change? Or what is it?
Yeah.
I think, well, maybe it's you. Did you
Yeah.
ever think that it might be you in this
No.
situation who needs to change? And then they get really upset and you don't know what you're doing and you're not a good reader.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
you're kind of proving my point because you're yelling at me. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Oh, what can I do to make this person jealous? Okay.
yeah, that really is most of the time. Like if you're not
Yeah.
happy about something and it's not going the way you want it, most of the time, like you need to reflect on how like you can
Yeah.
like, how can I handle this in a different way, or how can I look at this in a different way so I don't feel this way?
Yeah, maybe
That's
it's not
the only
them.
way that I see it happening.
Yeah, it's probably you. It's not them.
Yeah.
I just blessed to meet Tammy because I'm from Louisiana too, and we don't live far from each other. I love you too, Ronnie Gray. Well, thank you.
Yes. And it's
They
great
only
'cause
want-
every time we've been in here, we see like a small group of like, and then I say small group, it's like people who've been here for a while. So it's nice to see the same people and grow with them. And
Yeah, because we don't do drama, and it's so much. That's probably why I'm so small, and that's okay. But I just don't want all that drama over here. I like
it's
it.
really not small though. Like when you think about it, 900 people is not small.
No, it's
Think about
not.
trying to fit 900 people in your house. Is that small?
Lord,
No.
I would not. No, I couldn't
Yeah,
get
I tell
900
myself
people.
that too. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
always get down on myself because my page has stayed what it is for a long time now. But I don't really want to do the drama. I don't want to fall into like any of that kind of stuff anymore. But like, if I think about it, can I fit 5,000? A cruise ship can fit 5,000 people. So there you go. There you go. I can fit a cruise ship. So that's it. But the same thing. Can you fit 1,000 people in your house? No.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people. So
And
you have about 1,000 people following you.
And I've never thought of it like that. So that's a good way to look at it. I've never thought of it like that. Yeah.
1,000 people who think like you and appreciate you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Have 25. She does.
Oh, wow.
She does. She does. Yep.
So it's busy.
Yeah.
It's definitely busy there. Lots of birthdays.
Yeah. Well, Megan, is there anything else you want to talk about or add to the
not that I
to the collab?
Yeah, not that I can think of, but I mean, this was definitely fun.
It was fun.
Soon, maybe like we can do this like to catch up like on weekly news or something.
Yeah, we can do it on yours next time.
Yeah, that'll be.
We'll
fun.
switch back and forth, and
yeah,
maybe we can figure it out. The chat better. But hey, I think we did pretty good for not even knowing if this was going to work. So.
Yeah, it did really good. It was a great chat too, and I love chatting with everybody and their opinions and everybody.
Yeah.
It was fun. Nice
it was fun. Yes, and it's almost supper time for some people. But like I said, it's Fat Tuesday. It is ending Mardi Gras. This is supposed to be the last day of Mardi Gras, but it usually goes through.
It'll go through next week in here too.
Yeah.
It's like we'll have like little trails of it.
Yeah, little trails of it.
You'll have little spurts of people hanging off a car or something.
Oh yeah, they will go down on all the way to the 28th of February, just celebrating. Yeah, but it's a big deal here because it's a state holiday, so everybody gets off. If you work for the state, the mail doesn't run. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
That's interesting. They don't do that here. See, like, well, we're an island, so I'm surprised they actually don't shut more down because we ain't that big to begin with. You only got one way that way or the other.
Right.
I mean, our parades are literally like two roads, like one big.
Right. They don't have a lot of place to go unless they're boats.
Not at all. You can't get away with nothing because there ain't nowhere to go.
Yeah, there ain't nowhere to go. They'll run you down, won't they? Yeah.
Run you down or run you into the ocean.
That's right.
Get you.
Yeah. One or the other. Yeah. Tara's laughing.
Yeah.
So we will.
Thank you for having me, though.
Absolutely. I'm glad we could do a collab. At least I could talk a little. So
yeah, and then maybe next time too, you can show me how to put up some of the mirrors and stuff because I don't know how. Still.
Okay. Yeah.
That was really cool. Pretty.
We haven't collabed in a long time, so it's.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We used to do it all the time, though.
Yeah. Whenever I started the Sebastian series, we were doing it a lot then.
Yeah.
And then we both had to kind of break for a bit. Well, I know I did for a bit with this homeschool and starting.
Yeah. That's okay.
But,
we'll get back into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Tara, you'll have to come up one night too and talk with us. Tara doesn't like to come up here though.
You don't have to have you can have your just a thumbnail of you and Gus though. or just even a tea.
Yeah. You just have a tea. Yeah, you don't
want to
even.
join us live. Like,
Yeah,
picture
you don't
wise.
have to. You don't have to turn your camera on.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can.
you don't have to be on camera. Just come hang out. Tara's so much fun too.
You could have any type of avatar up there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, within reason, Tara. I'm too shy. That's what she always says. I'm too shy. Lord. All right, everyone. We are going to end our live. Thank y'all for joining us on a quick,
Yes.
unannounced live.
Yes.
But we thought we would do see what would happen. And I think it turned out good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank everyone. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, thank
Be
you.
safe. Have a good rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And
Y'all
be,
take care.
yeah, be salty, be happy,
Yeah.
do some fun stuff,
Yes.
and be kind to yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Be kind to yourself. What does that say? Just join my family. You won't be shy anymore. That's true.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Have a great week. That's
Yeah.
right. Thank
Have a
you for
great
coming in, Ronnie. I do appreciate it. I love you, Megan.
Yes, I love you too.
Thank you for
so
joining
much.
me, my friend.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
You too.
Give
Bye,
the boys a hug.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.